pocket line by the developer. And everybody had a good giggle because I'm good with my phraseology. But it was as true then as it is today. I've been in so many of the public housing developments in all 5 boroughs. Some are in better shape than others. I generally ask to get brought into those that are in really dilapidated shape. On the East River, on the Queens side, I spent a lot of time in the largest public housing development in the country, Queensbridge. It's in 2 units, Ravenswood, Astoria. And then on the other side, you have all the complexes on the Lower East Side. Prime for developers. They've been salivating for these properties that would get high-end investments for condos. Now they said on the old about when we get a chance.
Can you take a question?
He's out of section 9. He's low-income housing. How can you make a statement that you want to offer?
He's under attack all the time with bullshit.
How can low-income afford to buy an apartment? They're fighting right now not to be a part of Rack and Pat. How are you going to make a mention that, no, it's more politics? Because if you really want to help us, you would be talking about saving. Because y'all just throw that, no, don't tell me the shit. You throw that word out so, no. What do you consider low-income housing? You already have Section 9?
And I've been very consistent. Way back when Jack Kemp was the U.S. Secretary of HUD, the Republican in the Reagan administration, he came up with a brilliant idea. Give the tenants an opportunity, like co-op and condo owners, to own their own units for a minimal amount of money. The people shut down. We're not the Democrats.
You still talking fluff, though.
Just like you're seeing Republicans shoot me down on a number of my initiatives.
Stop
They
ignoring
don't
me.
normally
What do you
associate
consider
with
low-income
the
housing?
Republican Party.
What do you consider low-income housing? How can tenants buy their apartment
who represents
from
working
low-income
class
housing? Let's make it make sense.
I've been in
Make it make sense.
I'm opposed to demolition of public housing, and I'm opposed to demolition of buildings that should be landmarked all throughout the city of New York. The developers and realtors, all they're interested in is following the money. They can't be trusted. And if you notice, I haven't contributed to my campaign.
You can't be trusted.
If you listen instead of broadcasting,
What is it?
yeah,
That's what the Jack Kemp proposed.
Okay, we're getting a chance. Go, go, go.
Ownership is the difference between allowing developers coming and evicting you under the cover of darkness and telling you they're going to find you another place to live. You know you can't trust developers and realtors.
I know I can't trust any politics. I know that a lot of people come and they talk a lot of fluff because they want a position, and they use situations like these to trick people into following them. But baby, you're going to have to sell me a whole lot more than that, okay? Because I've been seeing you since in the 80s. I'm born in the 80s and I know exactly who you are. So you're not going to talk fluff to me. If you're going to talk really, you're going to come with facts. You talked about Queens, but baby, this is not Queens. This is Manhattan, and we're talking about Elliott, Chelsea, and the addition. We're talking about Fulton. So we're going to talk about what's going on now, and we're going to talk about, that's what I want to hear you say.
No,
I don't want to
saving
hear
Section
you
9.
anything about us trying to buy an apartment that we can't afford. Say it again, what you just said.
No demolition.
And
tenants stay in the apartment.
And we get rent like it was
and their money is available for them, for those who can't afford it, to contribute to buy their own apartment.
No, see, that's the problem right there.
you gotta say it, Curtis. You gotta say
to
it.
buy their own apartments. Well, I don't care what.
You gotta say it, Curtis.
It never happened before.
Jack Kemp proposal.
The families that are already in the situation. But you sit here nodding your head like but you won't come and be in our apartment. Tell me, are you going to give me the money to buy my apartment?
I know he is.
Are you going to offer me the money to buy my apartment out?
He's talking.
Are you going to offer me the money to buy my apartment out? Huh?
Understand.
Okay, and me and everybody else in New York City who cannot afford to live in what you consider affordable house.
That is
but no, what I'm doing is I'm reiterating what you're saying, but I'm making it make sense for people like me.
You know what the Jack Kemp
I'm very
proposal
aware of what I'm saying.
What was the Jack Kemp proposal?
Instead of you asking me about what the Jack Kemp proposal was, what you need to be, no, what you're not aware of is you're making plain statements about poor people buying apartments. You just said that. So what I'm asking you is, How do you propose that to me? Are you going to offer these people money to buy these apartments?
That's the best question.
No, because you don't answer that question.
That's the best question.
Because you said it. So I'm using your quote and I'm rephrasing it towards you to answer that question.
Curtis, can you answer that?
No, you're asking me another question. Answer my question.
Gotta say save Section 9. It is what it is.
What they're asking for, Curtis, is save Section 9! Save Section 9! Can you say that, Curtis?
Section 9!
Are you in favor of saving Section 9 for all of the low-income people that cannot afford what you consider affordable housing? There's not a lot of people who make $90,000 a year. There's some people who only make $10,000. There's some people who only make $5,000. So we gotta talk for those people. Okay? No, you're not well aware because when you just came and you said what you said, you didn't address any of those people. He said you didn't address them.
All right,
we had to push him a little bit.
I posted him. Okay, I posted with the college.
So can we do this? Because we're not going to resolve this here.
Send me a proposal.
He'll take it.
I'm advocating for my development and also Chelsea housing and also the other houses across the city.
It's in 2021, and Eric got it
I think Curtis Sliwa is telling the truth. He's telling the truth about Jack Kemp's plan. Jack Kemp was a great secretary of HUD, but he also was a great congressman in the state of Buffalo. And he talked a lot of from Buffalo, and he did a lot on housing. And he's telling the truth about that. He's telling the truth about Jack Kemp.
I know I need help. I got you. Alexandra, get in here. Okay, ready? Okay. Jeez. Oh, Susan, why don't you come? Historic, right? This is really historic. So I want you guys to like really understand how important this is. You guys happy?
Come.
Mission in action! Mission in action!
Everybody look at me. Eyeballs on me. Ready?
They're at Hudson Yards.
They're having lunch at Hudson Yards.
Everybody raise a fist.
No demolition. Marty, don't forget.
No demolition! No demolition!
No demolition! No demolition! No demolition!
No demolition! No demolition! No demolition! No demolition! No demolition!
From Poland, and I am, and I thought I'll be in America. No more starvation, no more suffering like in the communist country in Poland. Now I am in the same spot.
Let's give Alexander a round of applause! Driving heads off of public lands!
No demolition! No demolition! No demolition!
No demolition!
Demolition! No demolition!
No demolition!
No demolition!
What do we want?
Get out! No!
We want our homes!
What do we want? What do we want? When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want Butcher a chicken?
We sold out to developers!
Why is Eric Butcher a big old chicken?
We sold out to developers!
He sold us out.
We sold us out to
What
developers!
To fight for our homes!
Yeah.
Because once they break this siege, they'll be after all of your homes!
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
This is an important battle!
Yes!
Right here, this is the front line of the fight!
Keep public housing public!
This is about all of us!
Yes!
And we need to band together!
Yes!
Fight!
Yes!
Fight!
Yes!
Fight!
Yes!
For senior buildings!
Yes!
For Chelsea and this
what you're hearing from her is they are being tortured. They are being tortured by their electeds. They're being tortured by their developers.
And harassed by HOU.
We are.
Hear me? Yeah. All right. I'm here as a cooperator at Penn South to give complete and total support for our Fulton, Elliott, Chelsea neighbors and friends in their fight to save their homes, to prevent them from being relocated, displaced, and then segregated into 6 high-rise buildings, 40-story high, like those white elephants at Hudson Yards. Their fight is our fight. We all know the renovation of some of their apartments there and the building system is quicker and cheaper than demolition. The project rated and planned. The facts are there for everyone interested to see. Both NYCHA and related, they both know this. So why is this demolition project being planned and pushed? And why does it have the support of all Chelsea's elected officials?
It's October 15, 2025, and we tortured, we dying, I became sick. I am not lying.
On our neighborhood's valuable land. But it's deeper than that. This project to demolish 24 deeply affordable buildings is an example of a system that is okay with destroying people's lives and families if it means more profit in their bank accounts. Corporate landlords who own hundreds of buildings and their allies in the banking industry have turned our housing stock from shelter, what we all want and need, to a source of profit and income. This financial turning housing into a profit machine that has us all running like hamsters on a wheel to keep up with skyrocketing rents and housing costs. Financialization of housing is literally killing us and hollowing out our city, driving working families out and making the city into a playground for the rich. It doesn't have to be this way. We can have housing and we support freezing rents, but we need to build more public housing and strengthen rent control so rents are capped not more than 30% of a family's income. That's the future of housing in New York City that we're fighting for. We are in it for the long haul. We know that we can win it. We just have to wake the sleeping giant that is in all of us to make this a reality.
Let me see those.
Listen to several people, whether they're disabled and or Chinese and or Polish and or Russian and or Spanish. I've listened to you all, and it's very concerning what's happening right now. And so I've been trying to coalesce with other nonprofit organizations to make sure that you have the proper representation that you can, and that you have a voice. Some people don't need a voice, but for people who need help and want a voice, I will be the voice for you. When each of you decided to knock on everyone's doors, I said no. Cease and desist letters. Stop knocking on the doors. Stop going in person. Now they're subversive in writing letters. Now I find out there's an emergency meeting where they want you to sign Section 8 leases. This is all a tactic and a ploy and a strategy that we have to fight against.
Yes. That's what the Fulton, Elliott, Chelsea houses are. And that's what's wrong with the demolition project at Fulton and Elliott, Chelsea. It's a vehicle to make hundreds of millions of dollars for a private developer by demolishing deeply affordable housing.
No speculation.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to let George, you were there, right? George, why don't you come out and talk about that?
Threatened to fight me yesterday, and he also threatened to fight Marnie. Last night, can you hear me now? Last night we had a meeting, and we went in to talk to the tenants to tell them their rights. And Miguel Acevedo of Fulton Houses, the TA president, had threatened me and Marnie and Jackie. And I was like in shock, because it's our democracy right to walk in and share our views with the tenants. Right. And he didn't really care. And so he came out and he wanted to fight all of us.
And I have the video. I've got the video too. It's not pretty.
But I want to say to the person who got us here, I wanted to tell Luis Flores thank you for all the wonderful work that he has done. We must not forget Luis Flores.
Woo! Okay, so listen, sometimes I have an issue with like real disruption. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I go to meetings. It's scary to like go and disrupt. But last night, George, Jackie, Salinas, and I, we went and we bum rushed the meeting. And honestly, it was the best thing because the tenants came afterwards and said, thank God you guys were there because you confirmed what I was thinking. So last night, they told the tenants that you have to sign a new Section 8 lease in 10 days or else it's going to go market rate. And if you can't pay, you're going to be evicted. The tenants were like, one lady, she went out, she had George, that lady, and I mean, it's so horrible what they're doing to low-income seniors, disabled people, but they're going to do the same meeting at Elliott Chelsea in Hudson Hills on Thursday. So we're going to be ready for that. But the tenants need to know that this is a lie. You know, but the thing is that people also have to be awake. You understand? Yeah. Like sometimes people are educated and it's all great. They have wonderful lives, but people are sleepwalking. They have no idea that corporations can really do real dangerous harm to people. So we all have to wake up and we got to help everybody along. We got to meet people where they're. But anyways,
people are gathered for this meeting, and yet I know that this meeting is for the purpose of opposing the demolition. I see we have lawyers here on our side helping us, and I'm here today to speak on behalf of the seniors of 436.
Woo!
My father was a union organizer.
Oh God. Then yes.
我们收到 HOU 发给我们的生的信件，收到这3个信件以后，在我们的楼房里发生了很多不平常的故事。
We've received the relocation notices from NYCHA and HOU. We've received the 30-day, 60-day, 90-day notices. But ever since then, a lot of unfortunate things have been happening in our building.
这3个月里边，我们每天都生活在惶惶不可终日之中。
In the last 3 months, we've been living every day in despair, anxiety, constant anxiety.
People were there. She's very good for us, and we are very wonderful neighbors. But we lost her here. And secondly, we want many people. Those people, they moved. But August they moved. 2 new family. You know why? We'll do another one. Then now, speak English now.
No damage done on kids, no damage done on kids. Whoever is not invited here, please go away. We don't need you. This conference belongs to the tenants. Thank you.